Hello everyone, welcome to Programming Cradle. So this is the second video of our playlist Study Abroad, where we'll be discussing about all the various stages that are there in your study abroad planning. So in previous video we discussed about how to select a particular country as per your convenience and some other factors. We have already discussed it in the past video. So I am assuming that you have already decided on as to which country you want to go to, and if you are still confused, you can check out my previous video. I will leave a card here and you can check that out, and then you can come here to decide on how to choose a particular university. So in this video we'll discuss about how you can select a good university for you. There can be many parameters on which you can judge a particular college or university. So that's exactly what I will be discussing in this video. And I have applied for MSc in data science, and I have got offer from some of the good universities in UK. So if you are from some other you are applying for some other subject, you can use MSc in whatever subject you are going for. Rest everything will be same. So in this video, wherever I will use MSc in data science, you can remove data science with replace data science with your own subject. So now with that, let's start a discussion. But if you are new here or if you are subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel and be a part of Programming Cradle family, and also hit that bell icon so that you get notified each time when a video goes live. And if at the end of this video you find this video helpful, or if you got some insights and if you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up, because it keeps me motivated to make such videos for you guys. Now with that being said, let's start our discussion. So the first thing that you can do is, because now that you have selected your country, what you can do is search for MSc data science in so and so country. So what I did was I simply searched for MSc in data science in Ireland and MSc in data science in UK. So I got a list of several universities where I can find a particular course, and in some universities you probably won't find MSc in data science. You will find MSc in data analytics, or maybe MSc in artificial intelligence, or some related courses which are very close to your subject. So you can also check out the curriculum of those courses as well. Maybe you will find all the modules which you want to study in that particular course. So in my case, I searched for MSc in data science in Ireland and UK, and I got a list of several colleges. So now that I have got a list of some of the colleges, what I did was I went to the QS Global University Ranking website. I think it is Top Universities Ranking. I will leave the link into the description. There you can check out, and then I filtered it based on my course. So my course is from computer science department, so I selected computer science ranking, and then I went to the country tab, and there I selected UK and Ireland. So I got a list, I got a ranking, and then the purpose of ranking was to get an idea which colleges can be better. It won't tell you the whole story, and maybe a college will be ranked first, but still it won't have all the modules that you want to study, so there is no point in going for that university. But there are many factors using which QS Global rank those universities. So in my opinion, they are doing their job pretty well, but still it doesn't tell whole story to us. So just to get an idea if the university is ranked higher or lesser, and if there is a difference of at least 50 to 60 ranking, that probably won't affect much. But if the ranking is, if some college ranked at somewhere around 10-15 and the other one is ranked around 500 to 600 in world ranking, that there you probably will find some difference. So what you can do is you can see the ranking, and just from that you will get an idea which university is good and which university is not that good. So yeah, now that is done. Now what you can do is you can divide these colleges into three sections. The first section would be your dream university, or the university which are ranked much higher, and everybody knows about them and they are recognized throughout the world. So you can keep those colleges in your dream university. So you can choose at least 2 universities in that dream university section, and then the second one will be where you have more chances of getting into those universities. So you will have at least 2 to 3 universities in this section, and the third section is where you are sure that you will get admit, because you need to be on a safer side, because if at the end of the day you apply to only the universities in first and second category, and if you don't get admit from any of the universities, then you will have to do everything again, and maybe you will not have much time to do all those things. So I will suggest you plan for everything and prepare for the worst, and if you get admit, that is very good, but if you don't get admit in those first two category college, you will have something where you can pursue. But don't keep any university like okay, I'm not satisfied with the curriculum, but still I want to go for study, so I will keep this university. So don't do that. You will have to be satisfied with the course curriculum, then only keep that university in your third category as well. So yeah, that was the thing. And now that you have divided universities into 3 categories, and obviously you need to check out the course curriculum. Like I am focusing on course curriculum a lot, and because that is probably the most important thing. And like I told you in the beginning, even if a university is ranked higher, that doesn't mean that they are providing a good curriculum. So in my case, I applied to some of the top universities like University of Edinburgh, which is in top 10 universities for computer science and AI. And also I applied to some of the universities where I was very confident that I will get admit in, like Coventry University and Middlesex University in London. So I applied to those universities as well, and they are pretty good universities. I also applied to City University of London, and that is again a good university, and I was satisfied with the course curriculum. So I applied to those universities which I was very much confident that I will get admit to, and I also applied to some of the universities which I want to go to, but I am not sure if I will get admit or not, and I'm still waiting for University of Edinburgh to reply to me. So yeah, that is the thing. And also in between I have some universities like Queen Mary University of London and Queen's University Belfast and Newcastle University. So these are the universities which I have kept in my second category, and I have got admit from these universities as well. So now I don't have to think about universities in the last category. Now I can focus on universities. Now I have to choose from university which I have kept in second category, and if I get reply from universities which are in my first category, I will surely go for that university. So that's how I divided my list, and I selected the university. So now these are the category, but how I actually selected those universities. So like I told you, you can simply search on Google about which universities are good and which universities where you can find your particular course. And after I got the list, I went to each university's website, and then I looked for the curriculum. I checked for how they do their assessments, and then I also tried to talk to course directors or whichever faculty is related to that particular course. I tried to email them, and also I tried to reach out to the admission team, like what are their procedure and how they take admission for the people. I just wanted to know what are their procedures, so that I can have a better understanding that I have a chance of getting into the university or not. Because if I don't have any chance, then why focus on SOP and everything and simply waste my time. So I made sure that I have at least more than 60 to 70% chances of getting into that particular university. And after that, I also talked to career service team, where I wanted to understand how they help you in during the course and after the course in getting a job. So you need to make sure that career service team is good, and maybe you will hear very good things from the service team, because obviously they will tell all the good things about the university. So what you can do is you can go to LinkedIn and simply search for the university name. You will find many students from those universities, and you can reach out to them, and you can talk to them personally and ask them how is the teaching and how is the study material, how assessments are going on, and maybe you can also ask about how is the life, and of course career service team. So you can ask about anything to them, and then you will get a good understanding of how exactly the university is. So that's exactly what I did all these things. I almost reach out to more than 50 to 60 people from various universities, and I talked to them, and it is actually a time consuming process, but still you are investing so much of your money and time, so you need to make sure that you are investing in a good place. So yeah, you need to do a little bit of research, and that's why I'm making this video, so that you will get at least a basic idea what all things you can do and in which direction you can think. Most of us, what we do is we go to Quora, and we search reviews online, and we just read all those things. We don't try to reach out to people and try to talk to them personally, because in my opinion that is probably the best thing that you can do in terms of understanding the opportunities after the course and how you can do good in your course. So this is what I wanted to tell. And do not focus much about on university's ranking. I am telling you this because I talk to many people and even professionals who are actually working in the industry, and what they told me is if you are getting a good curriculum and if the university is in your budget, go for that. You don't have to worry about the university's ranking, because at the end of the day employer cares about your knowledge and how you will be a value for money for them. And your degree or the university's name won't be a big factor in your employment, but yeah, your knowledge and your skills will be very important. And yeah, there can be a thing like if you are going to Imperial College or if you're going to King's College London, then if those colleges are there on your resume, probably your resume will get picked. But if you don't have a right skill, anyways you will be rejected in your interview process. So that is the thing. And even if you have some XYZ university on your resume, and if you get a call from the university and if you perform really well in your interview, you will be selected. So at the end of the day, skills matter, and of course your other things what you did out of your curriculum, those things also matters in other countries. So yeah, that is the thing, and I'm telling you everything based on what I got to know from people. I talked to people who are working as a data scientist, because I applied to data scientist. I talked to data science course, so I talked to data scientists who are actually working in UK. So they told me that yes, of course your marks and your university, everybody will focus on that, every student will focus on that, but things which you have done and those things what makes you stand out of the crowd, that is gonna take you far ahead, and that's how you will be able to succeed in the interviews. So you need to focus on everything. You need to build your speaking skills, you need to work on your leadership skills, you need to obviously work on your technical skills, and that's when you will be able to perform really well in your interviews and you will be able to successful. So yeah, these are the things what I wanted to discuss in this video. And if you have anything specific, you can always ask me in the comment section. I will try to answer that to the best of my knowledge, and if I don't know, I will try to ask it to other people, and maybe I will research on Google and then I will let you know. So I'm just trying to help you guys, and I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, and also before leaving, please subscribe to the channel. It again keeps me motivated to make such videos for you guys. So with that, I will finish this video. So see you in the next video. Bye. Happy learning.